This is where the core framework of the book comes in, the Build, Measure, Learn feedback loop. This loop replaces long planning cycles with rapid experimentation. Instead of spending years planning, startups should build something small, measure how people respond, and learn from the results. Then they repeat the process again and again, improving each time. The first step in this loop is building, but not in the traditional sense. Eric Ries introduces the concept of the minimum viable product, often called the MVP. An MVP is not a low-quality product or a careless release. It is the simplest version of your product that allows you to start learning from real customers as soon as possible. The purpose of an MVP is not to impress. The purpose is to test your most important assumptions. Many people resist the idea of an MVP because they fear criticism or rejection. They want their product to be perfect before anyone sees it. But Eric Ries explains that perfection delays feedback, and delayed feedback is dangerous. The longer you wait to test your idea, the more time and resources you waste if your assumptions are wrong. Some of the most successful companies in the world started with very simple vs. Dropbox did not begin by building complex software. Instead, they created a short video demonstrating how the product would work and used it to test interest. Zappos did not start with warehouses and inventory. The founder simply posted photos of shoes online and bought them from stores only after customers placed orders. Airbnb did not begin as a global platform. It started with air mattresses in a small apartment. Each of these MVPs answered one critical question: does anyone care? Once an MVP is built, the next step is measurement. But measuring progress in a startup is not as simple as tracking total users or downloads. Eric Ries warns against relying on vanity metrics, which are numbers that look impressive but do not guide decision-making. Examples of vanity metrics include total page views, total registered users, or total revenue without context. These numbers can grow while the business itself remains unhealthy. Instead, startups must focus on actionable metrics. Actionable metrics help teams understand cause and effect. They show whether changes to the product are actually improving customer behavior. For example, instead of tracking how many users signed up, a startup should track how many users return, how often they engage, and whether they eventually become paying customers. These metrics reveal whether the product is delivering real value. Measurement alone is not enough. The real power comes from learning. After building and measuring, the startup must decide whether to persevere or pivot. Persevering means continuing with the current strategy because the data shows progress. Pivoting means changing a fundamental part of the business based on what has been learned. A pivot is not failure. It is a structured course correction.